I'm going to take you through the steps it takes to get published on the Amazon website. As you can see here in Amazon, my book Terrible Immunity, I have it available in paperback, and I'll go ahead and show you how you can do that. What you want to do is you want to have a word processor installed and, of course, a book written. And then you go to Create Space and sign up. Once you've logged in, go and add a new title. This is where you go ahead and type in the title for your book. And I'm going to choose paperback, and I'm going to go ahead and take it through the step-by-step process. You can type in however you want your name in each box. And it gives you all the options for middle initial and all that. For description, I highly recommend writing a description because that is the way that more people will find your book. And of course, if they go to Amazon, that's what they look for. Probably like at least a paragraph is a good idea. And also a good thing about a description is a mystery. You know, tell them something that you're not fully explaining, and then that will compel them to read the book to find out more about what it's about. You want to find something compelling that gives them a good idea about what kind of book they'll be reading. I go ahead and do the authored by, and then what that'll mean is that the author's name will be included on the page that people go to buy the book. And if you have a subtitle, you can write that in. A volume number. If you're going to do a series, press save and continue. And then you want to go ahead and get an ISBN, and this is basically a number that what happens is that authors can purchase a block of these numbers for a lot of money. Create Space will assign you one for free, and this is good for writers that are just starting out. And so you assign the free ISBN, and then that is locked. You can't change that. Basically, whatever changes you make to this book, this is the one thing you can't change. And continue. This does affect the price. I personally like the 6" by 9". It's the most common size. It's not letter size, a little bit too big to fit in a pocket, but good for carrying around. This is for the inside. This does not reflect the outside cover, so I go ahead and choose black and white. You know, when you want to upload your book, it needs to be a certain format. So what you want to go ahead and do is over here, download the Word template. You can choose the blank template or the formatted template, and this will make the job a lot easier. If you don't have Microsoft Word, I highly recommend getting OpenOffice. OpenOffice, I'm very pleased with it. It's a great piece of software, and you can open Word documents in it and edit them. So go ahead and download the formatted template. And here you can see I've downloaded it, and I have it in the OpenOffice, and it looks pretty basic. You can type in, author name, title. Because this is not the cover of the book. This is what's going to be on the inside of the book. So even though you write the title and your name here, you're not yet working on the cover of your book. This is all the inside. And write down the ISBN and type it in here, and your author name for the all rights reserved, and go ahead and fill all that out. You can type and basically retype the title name and then insert the text. Then you want to save it as, go ahead and save it, even though it's a Word document, you want to go ahead and save it as an ODT. That's a open office document, and it it keeps the formatting and everything better for OpenOffice. And once you've done that, then you can export it. So you go to export as PDF, and this is the most important thing about this. Make sure that embedded standard fonts is checked. That is the most important thing, and go ahead and click export, and then you can save it. You can upload your file, browse, and you want to go to that PDF with the embedded fonts. That is the one important thing. And if you did put together the OpenOffice document using that template, then you don't have to worry about how far it is from the margin or anything like that, because that template does all that for you. I choose end before edge of page. It crops it tighter than if it did this, it would leave a little margin, so a little bit more of a margin. You want to go ahead and run the automatic checks and then do save. So what it's doing is it's going through the document to make sure that words aren't running off the page, and that they need to have a smaller margin on the outside and then a larger margin in the middle where the pages are joined together. It finished analyzing, and now you can go ahead and launch the interior reviewer. And basically there were no problems. I tried working without the template, and it was caused a lot more back and forth where there were problems and I had to go back and make changes. It makes the work, it goes a lot quicker if you just work from the template, because everything is formatted in just such a way that it really works out good. And as you can see, everything is lined up, so you can do save and continue. And that's just the inside. We can continue, and then we can start working on the cover. And this is where I think you can really make a difference who's going to pay more attention to your book. Go ahead and upload a PDF cover. You can end up coming out with a much more attention-getting cover design. If you go to the submissions requirement page, download cover templates, and what you do is you just put in, the book you're working with is black and white, and it's a 6x9, and say your book happened to be 200 pages. And it's on white paper. I guess cream paper is a little bit thicker. And then you build the template, and then the template is automatically built. You can download it here. And then in your image editor, like Photoshop or GIMP, here's what the template looks like. This is on one layer, so the first thing you want to do is create layers on top of it. And remember that when you save it to PDF, you want to make sure the guide layer doesn't show anymore. You're just using it as a guide. To arrange the images, you don't want anything that needs to be read inside this orange area, and yet you want the images to go well past it, because it gives room so that where the paper is cut, you don't want any gaps where the image doesn't pass the area where the paper is cut. And so you want to be able to have some of your image so that whatever part of it that may be in this region may be cut, and for that to be okay, for the cover to still look good. And within here, that is where all your readable text should go. And they're going to put a barcode in down here, so make sure not to have anything that you don't want covered up down here. And I went ahead and just designed a cover on top of that, and that is basically my cover lined up. And I made sure to turn off the guide layer. When you're ready to save it as a PDF, is flatten it down to one image. In Photoshop, it's flatten image, and then you go ahead and save as and choose PDF, and then you can go ahead and upload it and submit it for review. Automatically it will submit it to Amazon and to CreateSpace for review, and if they accept the book as is, then it will appear on the Amazon website, and it will appear on the CreateSpace website. Think of a price that you want your buyer to buy the book for, and it'll calculate how much money you'll make if they buy that book for that price. You can choose a category, general, and then it'll appear in that section on Amazon. And I let the publication date, it'll choose it automatically if you don't fill that in. And you can type in a few keywords, different words that people might search for. I didn't upload a banner image because the book cover will generate a banner image. And if you have a website that you think will influence the sale, you can type in its address here and then say something like, learn more about, this saga or this series. It continues going back to the same page here for some reason, and I checked, and it isn't. It's just CreateSpace needs to fix this. So basically, what you've done is you've gone ahead and sent it in for review, and now you wait, and it says 2 days, but within a day I got news that my book was accepted, and then you get an email, and after that you can go ahead and you can see you've already got the URL for the title, so that you can send people interested in the book to this URL to buy the book. And that's basically it. That's how to get your book on Amazon and CreateSpace. Hope that was helpful. If my tutorials are useful to you, please take the time to go see my website, solomation.com, solomation.com. And I'm working on a series there. I have animated episodes, and you can get book one of I'm working on this adventure series called Terrible Immunity, and I'd appreciate it if you check out the website. Hit the like button, leave a comment. I hope your writing goes great, and I hope you have a good day.